Are you sick and tired of the stress of city life? Does your soul crave a moment of relaxation in a quiet northern English town? Or perhaps you live in a rural area in the countryside and you're looking for slightly more company than the sheep in your neighbour's paddock. Why not come and visit Barnsworth, a vibrant town named after the fictional town of Barnsley, located 3.5 hours drive north of London. You'll find the perfect mix of small town charm and peaceful nature spaces to relax in, whatever your mood fancies. We recommend starting your day in the town square, soaking in the local wildlife, living sculptures and various art installations. And what better way to start your day than a visit to Mother Meg's Buttery Goods for breakfast, where you can get the freshest pies, pastries and pasties. You'll often find the locals enjoying their breakfast and soaking up the warm sunshine in the nearby park with the smell of freshly cut grass on the soft morning breeze. If you're feeling a little thirsty afterwards, why not stop by the local historic pub, the Chumbit Inn, for a local specialty like Ron's Ale, an oaky brew, or just a classic pint of beer. As one of the few pubs in England to have a license to serve minors, there's no reason not to bring the whole family. Many locals come here to share stories and swap tales, so it's a great way to learn about the history of the town and more than a bit about the townsfolk themselves. I can't think of a better place to make friends for life. After finishing up at the Chumbit Inn, we recommend making your way over to the local markets on Market Street, where you'll find all manner of stores and stands to explore. There's a variety of colourful toys for the kids and a sweet store for if you feel like you've not had to spend enough money at the dentist fixing cavities recently. The second-hand store has a selection of the latest in last year's fashion, and a totally legit hobby jewellery maker is worth keeping an eye out for. Then you've got the other must-see shopping destinations like Roger's Veg Hole, where you can take photos with Roger's big head, a local landmark that can't be missed. Then there's Mr. Bish's Sigs and Fishes, who specialises in smoked seafood, and Sam's Hams, where they run a daily course for customers to get hands-on and learn how to process the best cuts of meats into truly remarkable, unidentifiable meat pastes. And, of course, you must stop by Big Ron's Big Pie Shop. But make sure to stop by early, as they tend to sell out quickly. For special occasions though, Big Ron will make a pie so big it could feed the whole town. So of course, everyone is welcome to come and have a piece. And why wouldn't you, considering that you get so much better value for money at Big Ron's Big Pies than you do with Tiny Tom's Tiny Pies. Both only cost 10 bob. Once you've had your fill of shopping, we recommend heading down to the local community allotment and putting your green thumb to work tending to the local garden patches. There's always weeding to do, compost to spread, plants to water, unruly children to admonish, and snails to remove. If you're lucky, you'll be able to harvest some of the crops to take with you. Just be careful not to get too attached to them. It's easy to bond with them after tending and caring for them for so long, but remember, all that time and effort was to create something so delicious that it would be a shame not to enjoy it. After all the gardening, you might have worked up an appetite, so pop over to Marge's Chippo for a true British favourite, fish and chips, served in a newspaper, just like the monarchy intended. And if you've got some chips left over, pop down to the nearby fields to hand feed the local dairy cow. It's been hand raised on a specialty diet of only the finest sentient fried potatoes, which is why the milk she produces is wonderfully refreshing, a perfect accompaniment to a classic cup of tea. If all that has been a bit too much excitement, there's a spot only known to the locals, a nearby river that provides the perfect spot to rest or even a cheeky bit of fishing. You never know what you'll find. Just be sure to keep an eye out for the smiling flowers. Not even our resident expert horticulturalist knows what their deal is, but we assume it's best not to allow them to spread. Alternatively, if you're looking for an opportunity to absorb a bit more of the local culture and history, head along to Price Shaggers and ask the staff for access to the first floor. It might be a bit of a climb, but what you'll find is a chapel dedicated to one of the oldest religions in the town. Plus, there's a fun, themed tourist store selling specialty goods to browse on your way out. Lastly, you can always make your way to the town hall to pick up some pamphlets on other activities to enjoy, such as walking, jumping, and sitting, pastimes that many of our locals enjoy. You might even have the chance to chat with the mayor, although they do tend to have a busy schedule, so don't be surprised if you're asked to come back later in the day. While Barnsworth has plenty to offer for the curious visitor, you may want to spread your itinerary over a few days to really make the most of every opportunity. We also recommend making sure not to stay in the town too late, as the locals have a knack of roping tourists into various tasks in their daily lives, and despite repeated complaints from travelers, their enthusiasm only seems to have increased. Regardless, we at the Barnsworth Tourism Company guarantee that you'll have an opportunity to literally immerse yourself in the sights, sounds, culture, and colourfulness of the town of Barnsworth, and guarantee that you'll leave at the end of your stay dreaming about when you'll next return. This town is truly one of a kind, and we promise that you'll only have one thing on your mind during your stay. Thank goodness you're here. As always, thank you for watching, and a special thank you to our noble knights, Azazel, Daydos, Kartoffeljäger 3, Negi Malevolent, Chev_, and the Crabs. And an extra special thank you to our 5 Knights of the Holy Grail, 100% Normal Human, Automatistic, Fuchs Card Expo, Freaky Feline, and Matey 8. Today's video was in support of Slow Game Club, the book club for games that delivers a new game to your inbox every month, and Thank Goodness You're Here is the game for the month of January. We'll be covering more as they release over the course of the year, so until next time, take care.